For nearly 6 decades, Dolly Parton has been known not only for her legendary music career but also for one of the most private and enduring love stories in the entertainment world. Her marriage to Carl Dean was famously low-key, a relationship that stayed largely out of the spotlight while her fame reached every corner of the globe. But now, more than a year after Dean's passing, surprising whispers are circulating that the country icon may be opening her heart again, and possibly even considering marriage at the age of 80. For many fans, the idea sounds almost unbelievable. When Carl Dean died on March 3, 2025, at the age of 82, it marked the end of a love story that had lasted nearly 60 years. The two had met when Dolly was just 18 years old, newly arrived in Nashville with dreams of building a career in country music. The story of their meeting has become part of music history. She was doing laundry at a local laundromat when Dean noticed her and struck up a conversation. Within 2 years, the pair were married in a quiet ceremony in 1966. Despite Dolly's rising fame, Dean always chose to stay away from the spotlight. He rarely attended public events and preferred a quiet life away from cameras and red carpets. Dolly often joked that after attending just one awards show early in their marriage, Dean told her he never wanted to go to another one again. From that moment on, she respected his wishes and kept their relationship as private as possible. It became a unique arrangement that somehow worked perfectly for them. Over the decades, Dolly Parton built a global empire while Carl Dean remained the steady, supportive presence behind the scenes. Fans rarely saw him, but Dolly spoke about him often, describing him as funny, loyal, and deeply devoted. Their marriage became something rare in Hollywood, a partnership that lasted a lifetime without scandal or public drama. When Dean passed away in 2025, Dolly openly admitted that the loss left a deep hole in her heart. She shared that he had suffered from several health issues before his death and that while she was at peace knowing he was no longer suffering, the pain of losing him was still very real. In interviews shortly after his passing, she said she was coping better than she expected, but she also acknowledged how much she missed him. For a time, it seemed as though Dolly had closed the door on the idea of romance forever. Friends say she once insisted she would never marry again. After such a long and meaningful relationship, many believed she would simply devote the rest of her life to music, family, and the many creative projects that have defined her career. But time has a way of changing even the most certain feelings. According to insiders, the country legend has slowly begun healing from the heartbreak that followed Dean's death. As the months passed, the deep sadness gradually softened into reflection and gratitude for the life they had shared. Those close to her say Dolly has rediscovered a spark that had dimmed during her period of grief. And now, whispers suggest that she may have found companionship once again. Sources claim that Dolly Parton has quietly been seeing someone for several months, keeping the relationship extremely private just as she did during her marriage. While the identity of this rumored companion has not been revealed, insiders say the connection has brought renewed joy and energy into her life. Those close to the singer say the change in her mood has been noticeable. After a difficult year marked by personal loss and health struggles, Dolly reportedly seems more playful and lively again. Friends describe her as having regained the humor and mischief that have always been part of her personality. The past year has not been easy for her physically either. In 2025, Dolly faced several health challenges that forced her to cancel appearances at her famous theme park, Dollywood, as well as a series of anticipated shows in Las Vegas. She later revealed that she had been recovering from kidney stones and a related infection, which required medical treatment and forced her to slow down for a time. For someone known for her unstoppable work ethic, the break was difficult. There were even rumors at one point that she had begun making preparations for the future, including discussions about her own funeral arrangements, something that understandably worried many fans. But since the start of the new year, Dolly has reportedly made a strong recovery. Those around her say she feels healthier, stronger, and more energetic than she has in months. The creative drive that has fueled her career for decades appears to be fully returning. That renewed sense of life may also be opening the door to new possibilities in her personal world. While no official announcement has been made, insiders claim that Dolly is no longer completely opposed to the idea of falling in love again. A year ago, they say, she would have laughed off any suggestion of remarrying. Even 6 months ago, the thought would have seemed impossible. But today, according to those close to her, her perspective has shifted. Dolly herself has always been someone who believes deeply in love, faith, and second chances. Throughout her career she has spoken openly about following her heart and trusting that life unfolds in ways no one can predict. She once admitted that even her marriage to Carl Dean had not been part of her original plan. When she first arrived in Nashville chasing her music dreams, marriage was the last thing on her mind. Yet meeting Dean changed everything, and the relationship became the foundation of her life for nearly 60 years. Now, as she enters a new chapter at 80 years old, she appears to be embracing the idea that love can appear at any stage of life. Those who know her say she still honors Carl Dean's memory every day. No one could ever replace him, and she has made that clear. But she also believes that he would want her to continue living fully and finding happiness wherever it may come. For fans who have followed her journey for decades, the possibility of Dolly Parton finding love again is both surprising and inspiring. It's a reminder that even after great loss, life can still bring unexpected joy. Whether the rumors of a secret relationship are true or simply speculation, one thing is certain: Dolly Parton remains one of the most resilient and vibrant figures in entertainment. At an age when many people slow down, she continues to create, perform, and inspire millions around the world. And if the country legend really does decide to walk down the aisle again someday, it would only add another remarkable chapter to a life story that has already been filled with unforgettable moments.